So this lesson will go over the problems that you'll see on page 78 and 79, okay, where we're subtracting mixed numbers and whole numbers, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is subtract a fraction from a whole number, okay? So we're subtracting a fraction from a whole number. Now, when we do this, the first step is to convert the whole number to a fraction, okay? So when we look at example 1, here's my whole number, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change 5 to a fraction, right? So right now I have to read that as 5 over 1, but I need it to have a denominator of 4, which means I'm going to multiply the denominator by 4, multiply the numerator by 4, and I get 20 over 4. Now, once I convert the whole number to a fraction, so this whole number became a fraction of 20 over 4, then I'm going to subtract the fraction from it. So 20 minus 3 gives me 17 over 4. And now I have to change this improper fraction. So right now, can we reduce it? No. But can we change the improper fraction to a mixed number? Yes. So this is the whole thing with like 17 in the box, 4 on the outside. 4 goes into 17 4 times, right? So we have 4 wholes. 4 times 4 is 16. When I subtract, I get remainder 1. So it's 4 and 1/4. Okay, and that would be our final answer. So now, the next one. So again, same thing. Convert the whole number to a fraction. So I want to change 3 into a fraction with a denominator of 2. I need this to match up with that. So what do I have to multiply 1 by to get 2? I had to multiply it by 2, multiply the numerator by 2, and I get 6 over 2. So I have converted 3 into a fraction of 6 over 2 minus 1 over 2. Now I go ahead, I subtract the fractions. 6 minus 1 is 5. Carry the 2. And now 5 goes in the box, 2 on the outside. 2 goes into 5 2 times. So this converts to 2. And then 2 times 2 is 4. I get a remainder of 1. So it's 2 and 1/2. Okay, let's try the next one. The steps don't change. How do I change? How do I change 6 into a fraction of a denominator of 5? So 6 over 1. I need to change this denominator to 5. So multiply the denominator by 5, multiply the numerator by 5, I get 30 over 5. So we're going to rewrite 6 as 30 over 5. Then we're going to go ahead and subtract the 3/5. So 30 minus 3 is 27. Bring over the 5. And now 5 goes into 27 5 times. 5 times 5 is 25. I have a remainder of 2. So this is going to be 5. That 5 there. My remainder of 2 out of the denominator 5. And I am done. Okay, what I want you to do is pause the video, try the you try problem, and come back and check your answers. So we need to change 10 into a fraction with the denominator of 3. So what do I have to multiply 1 by to get 3? 3. So I have to multiply the numerator by what? 3. 10 times 3 is 30. So 30 over 3 is equivalent to 10. And I'm going to subtract the 2/3. 30 minus 2 gives me 28 bring over the 3. 3 goes into 28 9 times, so it's 9 wholes. 9 times 3 is 27. My remainder is 1, so it's going to be 9 and 1/3. Okay, so you're going to use this, right, to do the odd problems on page 78. Check your answers, and then come back and do the evens. Okay, now we're going to move on to page 79, where we're subtracting a whole number and a mixed number. Okay, so right now, when I go to do this, I have no fraction to subtract 2/3 with. Okay, so when I go to subtract this whole number and this mixed number, I have to have a fraction to subtract the 2/3 from. So when we subtract a whole number and a mixed number, the first thing we have to do is convert the whole number to a mixed number. And it's very easy to do, right? So when I want to change 6 to a mixed number, what I'm going to do is subtract 1 from it. That would give me 5. But I have to create an equivalent number or value. So what do? I'm going to change this to 5. And when I create the fraction, I'm going to use 3 out of 3. My denominator here is 3. It has to be the same. Now, 5 and 3 over 3, you have to understand, is equivalent to 6 because it's the same as doing 5 plus 1, which is 6. Because what is 3 over 3? 3 divided by 3 is 1. So this is actually equivalent to 6. So we're going to rewrite this as 5 and 3 over 3 minus 5 and 2 over 3. So 5 minus 5 gives you 0, but when I do 3 over 3 minus 2/3, I get 1/3. So right away, my final answer is 1/3. Now the next one, right? I have to change this to a mixed number. So what do? I drop it from 8 to 7, and I add the 1 by rewriting 1 as a fraction with a denominator of 4. So it's going to be 7 and 4 over 4. Again, that replaces 8 minus 2 and 3/4. So now I subtract the whole numbers. 7 minus 2 is 5. 4 over 4 minus 3 over 4. So when I do that, I'm going to get 1/4. So this becomes 5 and 1/4. So the next one, my whole number 13, I'm going to rewrite it as a mixed number. 13 minus 1 is 12. How do I make up for the 1? I need a fraction denominator 8. So 8 over 8 minus 4 and 5/8. 12 minus 4 is 8. Now, when I subtract the fractions, 8 minus 5 is 3 over 8. And that would be my answer. Pause the video, try the you try problem, right? And here, and come back and check your answer. So here, we're going to change this whole number to a mixed number. So take 1 off, I get 9. I'm going to make up the 1 by using 5 over 5 minus 6 and 4/5. 9 minus 6 is 3. 5 minus 4 is 1/5. And we are done. So again, when you follow the steps here, you have to convert the whole number to a mixed number by subtracting 1 and then using the denominator over basically the denominator, subtract the mixed numbers, and if possible, we didn't have to do this here, but we do have to look to reduce. Okay, so complete the odds on page 78 and 79. Check your answers, make sure you understand it, and then go back and do the evens.